Defence Minister Rajnath Singh inaugurated 90 infrastructure projects of the Border Roads Organisation. Now, the projects were worth around rupees 2,900 crores and is spread across 11 states and 2 union territories. The project that were put in place also includes the Nifu Tunnel in Arunachal Pradesh, 2 airfields in West Bengal, 2 helipads, 22 roads and 63 bridges. Now, out of these 90 projects, 36 are supposed to be in Arunachal Pradesh alone, and 26 of them are in Ladakh region, especially those bordering around China, 11 in Jammu and Kashmir, 5 in Mizoram, 3 in Himachal Pradesh, 2 each in Sikkim. Again, another theatre where we in fact see the border with China, Uttarakhand and West Bengal also, where there is a statutory concern about China put in place. But also there is 1 each in Nagaland, Rajasthan and Andaman as well as Nicobar Islands. So it is a huge project that has been put forward by the BRO, and Rajnath Singh inaugurated the project, 90 odd projects as of now, and 2,900 crores. Let me in fact show you some exclusive visuals that was taken with regard to these projects, and let's play that exclusive visuals right on screen. There you have it. These are exclusive visuals that come in when it comes to the projects that are being carried out in some of the most sensitive border areas of the country. You can see the earth movers there, and they are all in place to carry on with the road construction, the bridge constructions, and also to build up infrastructure in these crucial areas as well. Well, for more on this, I'm joined in by my colleague Nivriti Mohan, who joins us in the studio. Nivriti, when you went to actually see the kind of construction that is happening, it looks like a lot of activity suddenly has happened when it comes to the border roads organizations. It looks like the government is planning to ensure that the border infrastructure is in fact strengthened as quickly as possible.
Yes, of course, the government is now acting, and they are acting very fast on building the border infrastructures, especially along the line of actual control. The borders are borders with China especially. So they are building, and they are building very fast. If I tell you that the pace of laying the roads as far as along the LAC is concerned, that they have doubled the pace of laying roads. Earlier it used to be around 600 kilometers a year, and now it has become around 1200 kilometers a year. So what has triggered this development? The question is, what has triggered this development? So in 2020, the Galwan incident happened, where skirmishes took place between Indian forces and the PLA soldiers, and they tried to intrude into Indian territory, and which resulted into the martyrdom of 20 soldiers. So after this, the government has realized what we can find out and what we can see from the infrastructural development, the large scale infrastructural development that is happening all along LAC, that from this incident onwards, the government has become very serious as far as the development along the LAC is concerned. And as you can see, the visuals that you were seeing are of Neoma airfield, which is being developed in Hanle. It's close to Hanle, and the place is called Neoma. So it is the highest airfield in the world which is going to be developed, and it is closest to LAC. The airfields that we have, amongst all those airfields, this is the closest airfield to LAC. So it is around 30 to 35 kilometers from LAC. So this is how the infrastructure is coming up. It is coming up fast, and it is being supported by big budget. 100% increase in budget has happened post Galwan as far as laying infrastructure along the borders is concerned, and it is being built very close to LAC. So this is Neoma airfield, which is very close and highest airfield. It is going to help strategically, and it is being built in eastern Ladakh area, which is very sensitive and very strategically important area. Apart from that, we had recently visited Hanle, and then CDFD road, which is the road that is coming up along the LAC. So we traveled for around 70 kilometers on that road, and we could see the Tibetan mountains on the other side, and at a few places it was not even 1 kilometers from our side. So you just had to cross the river and you will reach China. It was like that. So there's a village called Demchok village, which is the first village of India in the eastern Ladakh sector. So that village, you can it was one village. Half of it is in India now and half of it is in China. So this is how the infrastructure development is taking place, and you could see from that road, you could see the posts of Indian soldiers and the Chinese soldiers. The post could be seen, both sides posts could be seen, and it is like an eyeball to eyeball post setting up on both the sides. So it is clear that government is planning to secure its borders. They are building infrastructure as close to LAC as they can build, and they are doing it. Of course, it is being done after Galwan incident. Earlier it was not that fast, and the budget was also not that much, but as I told you that in past 2 to 3 years they have enhanced the budget up to 100%, which is a big amount, and in this year only they received at least 40 to 45% more budget than the previous year.
So you've seen the construction.
If I talk about the projects, projects are also increasing year by year. In 2021, they dedicated 102 projects. The BRO dedicated 102 projects to the nation, and then in 2022 it was 103 projects, and now by September 2023 they have already dedicated 90 projects and 60 are in the pipeline. So 60 they want to complete in this financial year, and their target was around 150, but they plan to finish 160 projects. So it is almost 1.5 times higher than the number which was an year ago. So this is how it is happening.
Well, also, you know, since you've been there and you've seen the kind of difficulty that is associated with the kind of projects that we do, are we a little late when it comes to the Chinese side of the border, because they seem to have had better infrastructure development compared to us? But anyway, better late than never.
Yeah, it is better late than never, but yes, of course, we are catching up with China. So China started building very far ahead than us, and they started there's a story that we have done on, it's called Hut Pursuit. So what they are doing is that they are building villages on their borders, very close to LAC. So it is being built, these villages are being built in the land that is disputed. It is their way of claiming the territory. Once the villages come up, then it is easier for them to claim it. So this is happening, and they have already built bridges, roads, and we could see those bridges and roads on their side from that CDFD road. So it is visible. They have built, we could see some lateral roads which were coming from inside the mountains towards the LAC, and we have built the road which is parallel to LAC. So yes, we are catching up with them, but then we are building on a very difficult terrain, that is the Himalayas, and it is easier for them to build roads and bridges on their side of the borders, because they are building on a plateau. And we
are building
have
on
to first
our ground
very high, reach an altitude, and then
carry on with our infrastructure development.
So it is difficult for us.
Well, interesting. Let's see what Rajnath Singh had to say when he inaugurated these projects.
अब देश के लोग बॉर्डर एरियाज में इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट को कोई बड़ी उपलब्धि नहीं, बल्कि उसे नॉर्मल मानने लगे हैं, और किसी एम्बिशियस प्रोजेक्ट, महत्वाकांक्षी परियोजना को शुरू करना और उन्हें समय पर पूरा करना न्यू इंडिया का यह एक न्यू नॉर्मल बन चुका है, मैं ऐसा मानता हूं। जैसे साथियों, कोई न्यूरो सर्जन होता है, न्यूरो सर्जन, आप उसका काम देखिए कि न्यूरो सर्जन का काम यह कितना मुश्किल होता है, लेकिन जैसे जैसे वह अपने काम में एक्सपर्ट होता जाता है, उसके काम करने की गति, उसके काम करने की क्षमता ये बढ़ती जाती है। अपने शुरुआती समय में कोई न्यूरोसर्जन बामुश्किल एक दिन में कोई एक सर्जरी कर पाता है, लेकिन जैसे जैसे वो एक्सपर्ट होता है उसके लिए वह चीज बहुत ही आसान होती जाती है और एक समय आता है कि वह एक दिन में 3-3, 4-4 सर्जरी करने लगता है। अब डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी जानते होंगे कि इससे ज्यादा भी कर पाता है कि नहीं कर पाता है। एक ताजा उदाहरण आप इसरो को अभी देख सकते हैं, जिसकी चर्चा डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह जी ने की है। आप सभी जानते होंगे कि अभी हाल में ही इसरो ने शिव शक्ति पॉइंट पर सफल लैंडिंग कराकर चांद पर भी भारत का झंडा गाड़ दिया है। लेकिन एक समय वह भी था जब इसरो एक सैटेलाइट तक भी नहीं छोड़ पाता था। हम दूसरे देशों के पास जाकर अपने सैटेलाइट्स को लॉन्च करने के लिए आग्रह करते थे, लेकिन धीरे धीरे इसरो अपनी मेहनत व लगन से इस काम में इतनी ज्यादा एक्सपर्टीज हासिल कर ली है, इतना एक्सपर्ट बन गया है कि आज स्थिति पूरी तरह से बदल चुकी है। आज इसरो चांद और मंगल तो क्या सूरज तक अपने हाथ फैला रहा है। चांद और मंगल क्या, अब तो सूरज तक इसरो अपने हाथ फैला रहा है और यह भारत के लिए तो सैटेलाइट लॉन्च कर ही रहा है, साथ ही दुनिया के अलग अलग देशों के 400 से अधिक सैटेलाइट स्पेस में इसरो लॉन्च कर चुका है। यह है हमारे इसरो की ताकत। आज सैटेलाइट लॉन्च करना इसरो के लिए बिल्कुल बाएं हाथ का यह खेल बन गया है। ठीक उसी प्रकार सीमावर्ती इलाकों जो दुर्गम और बहुत ही कठिन माने जाते हैं, वहां पर भी इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट करना, मैं समझता हूं बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए ये बाएं हाथ का खेल बन चुका है। और आज मेहनत का ही ये परिणाम है कि आपने इस कठिन व मुश्किल से दिखने वाले काम को भी इतना आसान बना दिया है। और आप देखिए कि अक्टूबर 2020 में मैंने बालीपरा चार द्वार तवांग मार्ग पर 500 मीटर लंबी नेचुफू सुरंग की नींव रखी थी। नेचुफू, जिसको आपने देखा होगा भी। अभी 3 साल भी नहीं हुए कि आपने इस प्रोजेक्ट को कंप्लीट कर दिया और आज मुझे इस बात की अत्यंत प्रसन्नता हो रही है कि मैं इस सुरंग को राष्ट्र को समर्पित कर दिया मैंने। साथियों, एक समय ऐसा भी था कि जब भारत में बॉर्डर एरियाज में सड़कें बनाना कूटनीतिक, राजनीतिक और भौगोलिक हर दृष्टि से नाकों चने चबाने जैसा होता था। यह एक कठिन काम है, लेकिन इस कठिन काम को भी जिस तरीके से बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने इसे आसान बनाया है और जिस तरीके से आप सभी इसके अभ्यस्त हो गए हैं, उसके लिए आप सभी को मैं पुनः एक बार अपनी हार्दिक बधाई देता हूं। परफेक्शन माने किसी काम को ठीक तरीके से करना। परफेक्शन आप लोगों की अचीवमेंट नहीं, परफेक्शन आप लोगों की अचीवमेंट नहीं, आपकी उपलब्धि नहीं, बल्कि यह आप लोगों की आदत बन चुकी है, ऐसा मैं बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए मानता हूं। यह बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का अचीवमेंट नहीं है, बल्कि यह आप लोगों का स्वभाव बन चुका है, यह आदत बन चुकी है। यह कोई साधारण बात किसी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए नहीं कही जाएगी। और साथियों, आज इस शुभ अवसर पर बॉर्डर रोड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन पूर्वी लद्दाख के न्योमा में एयरफील्ड पर भी काम शुरू करने जा रहा है और इसे लद्दाख में अग्रिम चौकियों पर तैनात सैनिकों के लिए स्टेजिंग ग्राउंड के रूप में विकसित किया जाएगा। और यह दुनिया के सबसे ऊंचे हवाई क्षेत्रों में से एक होगा। पूरे ऊंचे हवाई क्षेत्रों में से एक होगा कि सबसे ऊंचा हवाई क्षेत्र होगा? सबसे ऊंचे हवाई क्षेत्रों में से एक होगा।